We have another property of set operation, which is distributive of union or intersection. This is another kind of property for the set operation. Distributive of union or intersection. It involves both union and intersection. The property is A union of B intersection C equals to A union B of intersection A union C. This is the distributive of union or intersection. Why we call it distributive of union or intersection? It is the distribution of union or intersection. Distributive of union or intersection. Similarly, distributive of union or intersection. That's why we call it distributive of union or intersection. We have the distributions of union or the intersection. But how are we gonna know that this left side equals to the right side? We don't know yet. But we will do a short verification, a mathematical verification, to check that whether this left side equals to the right side or not. So let's do it. There we go for the verification. Suppose my set A equals to 1, 3, 7. Set B equals to 2, 4. Set C equals to 0, 1. These are the three sets. We're going to prove the distributive of union or intersection property. We will check that whether the left side equals to the right side or not. So let me first pick the left side. This is the left side of the distributive of union or intersection property, which is A union of B intersection C. Plug in the value of A, which is 1, 3, 7 here. Plug in the value of B, which is 2, 4. And then plug in the value of C, which is 0, 1. Now first to take the intersection of these two sets inside the parentheses. We're going to take the intersection of these two sets, 2, 4 and 0, 1. Their intersection will be empty set. Empty set is the intersection of these two sets, because we know that in intersection we take the common elements. What are the common elements in these two sets? We don't have any common element. There is no such element which is common in both of the sets. Therefore we will put empty set. The intersection of these two sets is empty set. Now we will take its union with the A. What is my A? My A is 1, 3, 7. So the union of these two sets will be 1, 3, 7, which is the union of these two sets. In union we take everything. We take all elements except those elements who are repeating. You're going to take the common one. We have 1, 3, 7. But there is no element in this set which is repeating. We don't have even a single element here. Therefore the final answer will be 1, 3, 7, which is for the left side, A union of B intersection C. So let me just give the name equation number 1. Now to pick the right side of this property, which is A union B of intersection A union C. This is the right side of distributive of union or intersection property. Plug in the value of A, which is 1, 3, 7 here, and then plug in the value of B, which is 2, 4. Plug in the value of A again here, which is 1, 3, 7. Plug in the value of C here, which is 0, 1. First, to take the union of these two sets inside this blue parenthesis. Take the union of these two sets inside this blue parenthesis, and also take the union of these two sets inside this blue parenthesis. We will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, which is the union of these two sets. 0, 1, 3, 7, which is the union of these two sets. As I told you, in union we take everything except those elements who are repeating. There is no such element which is repeating in both of these two sets. We have 1, 3, 7 here and 2, 4. So there is no common elements here. Therefore we're going to take all these elements of both of the sets, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. It is the union of these two sets. Similarly here, the union of these two sets is 0, 1, 3, 7. Is there any element which is repeating? Yes. What is the element which is repeating? So we're going to take one common, put the rest of the elements who are 3, 7, and 0 as they are. So we will have 0, 1, 3, 7, which is the union of these two sets inside this blue parenthesis. This is the answer of A union B, and this is the answer of A union C. Now we're gonna take the intersection of these two sets together. what will be their intersection? Their intersection will be 1, 3, 7. In intersection we take common elements. Which are the common elements? 1 is common here because 1 exists here and also here. 3 is common because 3 exists here and here. 7 is common, 7 exists here and here. So we will take 1, 3, 7 common elements, which is the intersection of these two sets. So this will be the final answer for this right side, which is A union B of intersection A union C. Let me give the name equation number 2. So from equation number 1, which is the left side, we have 1, 3, 7. From equation number 2, which is the right side of this property, we have the same set 1, 3, 7. So from equation number 1 and 2 we got that both the left and right sides are equal to each other. Hence from equation 1 and 2 it is proved that this left side equals to the right side. A union of B intersection C equals to A union B of intersection A union C, which is distributive of union or intersection property. We just got a mathematical proof from equation 1 and 2 that this left side equals to the right side.